Hi everyone, good morning, and this is second video on edit macros, and in this video we are going to see how to read, write, rewrite, delete, insert the data available in the dataset or member using a macros. So to read, in the first example we will see how to do the read process. So to read a line, you need to first refer. The reference of line can be done by two ways. One is by means of line pointer, another is by means of line number. And what is line number? Line number is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this line number, by referring any line, by referring 11th line number, I can read this content. Like this, you can put a line number, or you can put the line pointer. Line pointer is something like this, dot a, or system defined line pointer, which we have already seen in the previous video, that is dot z first, dot z last, or dot zcsr, which is pointing the current line. So we'll see how to read using both the method here. So in this piece of code I am reading the line using the line number. So line 1 is reading to variable data here, line 2 is reading to variable data here, and I am displaying the 30 columns of the red line. And second piece of code I am reading using the pointer. So I am using here dot setup. So the first line content is read into variable data. Here last line content into variable data. Here current cursor line. Wherever I keep the cursor before invoking the macro, that line content is read into variable data here. So that is what this piece of code is doing. And first we will invoke this read macro and test these two pieces, and then we will go to below whatever I have coded. Okay. So this is the test data. This data has various stocks and its trend details. So what I am going to do is I am going to invoke my macro here. So this is the first line, this is the second line. So I expect 30 columns from here, 30 columns from here for the first piece of code, and for the second piece of code I am expecting 30 columns from here and 30 columns from the last line. That is Sun TV, and then the current line where I keep the cursor before invocation. Let me keep the cursor on Dr. Reddy's, and then I'll see the results. So what I get, first line, second line as expected from the first piece of code. From second piece of code, yes, I got the first line, I got the Sun TV, which is the last line, and I got the Dr. Reddy's, which is the current line. So this is work as expected. And next we will see, before getting to next, I want to say one point here. As I said, the line can be referred by means of two ways, but you need to understand that the line number is relative. What does it mean by relative? See, I am referring the fourth line I am reading here. In case I am deleting this line, what happens is the fourth line become a third line now. So the positions are relative. So there is possibility of integrity issues is there if your process is doing lot of insert, delete changes inside your code. And line pointer is specific, so you will not have this problem. So, but again, it depends on what automation and what process you are writing to decide which one to use to read the line. Okay. Now let's get into what I have coded. Other thing, this is something you want to know the line number of any pointer. This statement will help me. Line number dot z last I am reading into line. So what happened is the last line number is retrieved here. So obviously that is nothing but total number of lines in the source code. So I can get the total number of lines in the source code or data set by just this one command. And next is how to set a user defined pointers. Like here what I am doing is a label dot setup equal to dot a, means where I kept the cursor, that line is going to set the pointer of dot a. Then I am reading the line using the pointer I set. So in this case what is going to happen is this statement is going to see in my last invocation I kept the cursor on Dr. Reddy's, right? So Dr. Reddy's is set with dot a, and then the dot A line I am reading, so Dr. Reddy's will be read. So instead of using dot setAsr, I am setting a user defined variable referring that I am reading this. So this is how to set a label and read it. This is how to get the line number for a specific pointer. So let me invoke it now. I keep a cursor on Marico now. Okay, so everything is as expected. So we are done with read. Now next we will start with write and rewrite. Okay, this is the right example. We have already seen that line number or line pointer is used to get the content of a line. If you swap the things between left side and right side, that is used for rewriting a line. That is line of line pointer equal to data. If I coded, this data is replacing the content of the line pointer by this variable, this pointer. Okay. So in this piece of code, what I am doing is I am reading the first line content into a variable called data, and I am checking the first 10 columns of the read variable. If it is hyphen, I am replacing the complete line with star star star. Okay. And this is for overwriting or replacing the existing line content. We can also have option of inserting before or after any particular line by means of these two commands, line after and line before. So if I code line after a pointer and the data is stored after this line, if I code line before, it is stored before this line. So let's first invoke this macro and see how these three things are working. So what is expectation? The expectation is if my first line contains hyphen, that is going to be replaced with star star star, and after my first line I'm going to see one line which is going to contain after followed by star star star, and before my first line I'm going to see one line which has before star star star. That is the expectation. Okay, ready? This right. So what I have seen, the hyphen which was there before, that was replaced with star star star, and I got one after star star, one before star star. The results are as expected. We can also have option of copying one line to other line, or building a one line content using a content from other line. For that, this option is useful. Line before dot set first equal to line dot set last. What does that mean is, before the first line is returned with the content from the last line. We have already seen the last line is Sun TV. So when I am invoking this, the Sun TV is going to appear as the first line when I am invoking this statement. And then what is this? Okay, what we have written is a data line. In all these examples, we have written as a data line. But there are other lines like message line, info line, note line also available. But anyway, for real time, we don't use all these things. We use only data line, and data line is a default. Just for understanding purpose, I coded these options also. When I code message line, you will have a content which is a temporary, which will be appear with the message prefix. Similarly, info and note prefix. So let's see, how these things are appearing. So Sun TV came before first line, and this is what note line, this is info line, this is a message line. These are all temporary. If I do a reset, it will go off. So I got one for data line, one for my before logic, one for my after logic. This is the original header which is changed. This is for copying a line. Okay. So we are done with the write. Next we will see insert and delete. Okay, this is about insert and delete. First we will try it out delete. Delete can be used to delete a particular line pointed by a line number or line pointer or a range. So in this piece of code, what I am doing is delete .zcsr. So the current line is getting deleted. In this case, the lines between 1 and 3 including them are deleted, and here what I am doing is exol find all vedl del all nx. So wherever Vedanta, that is VEDL, is appearing in my data file, and all those lines are deleted. Then flip is used to reset the view. So let's try it out. Delete first. So let me see how many VEDL is there. Only one VEDL. So this line will be deleted. So I keep a cursor on Kotak Bank. So what happens? The Kotak Bank will be deleted, VEDL will be deleted, and first three lines will be deleted. So VEDL is deleted, Kotak is deleted, and first three lines is deleted. The result is as expected. Okay. Now let's see what is insert. Insert is you want to insert a number of lines after a pointer or line number. You can use this syntax. Insert dot z first 10 is going to invoke insert 10 lines after the first line. But honestly saying, I never used this insert in my any of my real-time automation, because line before line after is much more helpful than this insert. Let's see how the insert works. Okay, so after the first line, 10 lines is inserted here. Okay, so we are done with insert and delete.